Hey guys and gals, Sonic Fan 91 here, and I just recently got Cars International on my Xbox One, and with that game I've basically played all of the main games. Cars the video game, Cars International, Cars Racearound, Mater's Tall Tales the video game, Cars 2 the video game, and Cars 3 Driven to Win. So I figured that I might as well rank them all from worst to best. Those are the only 6 games that I'm including in this video. No Fast as Lightning, no Radiator Springs Adventures, no Lightning League, etc. I'm only doing the main 6 video games, so without further ado, let's get her done. Number 6. Mater's Tall Tales, the video game. I'm not surprised that I remember this one the least, not only because I ranked this at the bottom, but I used to have this on my Wii, but the disc got ruined somehow. But anyways, in this game, you get to basically play the Tall Tales from the beloved Cars show, Mater's Tall Tales. So, I love how you can give Mater and herself different paint jobs and all, but there are some flaws about this game. 1, there's no heavy metal Mater, Moon Mater, or Mater Private Eye, even though those 3 episodes were released at the time of this game. And 2, it would have been nice if you could actually play as Mater, but because you can't, it kind of makes us feel like Connect Rush, even though that game wasn't out back then. And I know this is an old game, but the graphics still look a little bit choppy, and they could have been a slight bit better. 7 out of 10. This game was really fun and all, but I still think it could have done a bit better of a job. Number 5. Cars 3 Driven to Win. So, Cars 3 is my favorite of the Cars movie franchise, but it has the weakest game in the video game franchise, in my opinion. Now look, I don't hate this game. It's actually quite fun, but it has a severe lack of content. For one thing, while 22 characters is a lot, Cars 2, the video game, had way more characters, even without the DLC. Speaking of DLC, there's absolutely no DLC in this game at all. Seriously? And I like Thomasville Playground, I really do. But it doesn't come close to the greatness of the hub world from the first 3 Cars games. So yeah, this game gets a 7 out of 10 for me because I genuinely love it, but it lacks in content and fresh material. Number 4. Cars 2, the video game. This game has great graphics on some platforms, and I love the huge variety of characters and all, not to mention it has 21 DLC characters. But I don't like that they removed the hub world, and there's barely even a story mode compared to how much there was in the first 3 games. The battle mode is insanely fun too, and that's pretty much it about this game. The reason I ranked it so low was because the game felt kinda rushed. 8.5 out of 10. Number 3. Cars International. I love this game for having the same style as the first game, and the new characters and paint jobs and whatnot. However, other than the story mode, the game doesn't seem to add any new gameplay mechanics, which kind of makes me consider this more of kind of like a remake of the first game rather than a sequel. Although I love that you can play as Monster McQueen in the hub world once you unlock him. 10 out of 10. I love the game so much. I just wish it added new gameplay mechanics, but regardless, this makes for an amazing Cars game. Number 2. Cars, the video game. This was my childhood video game, and I still love it even to this day. you can explore not only Radiator Springs, but also Ornament Valley and Tailfin Pass, too. There are also plenty of new characters like Fletcher, Gerald, Barry, and Count Spatula. You can also, of course, change your paint job. The mini-games are crazy fun, too, such as tractor tipping and ghosting Mater. Now, these kinds of mechanics are also in Mater National, but I thought I'd talk about them in here since this really started it all. Now look, the DS version of this game is fine, but it doesn't come halfway close to the greatness of the console versions, because the DS version is just minigames and piston cup races. I guess I'd give the DS version 6.5 out of 10, but I'm not ranking that really, so the console version of this game gets an easy 10 out of 10. And one more thing, I love the menu music, I could listen to it all day. And now, let's talk about my number one favorite title in the Cars video game franchise. Number one goes to Cars Racearound. So look, I will not lie. I've only played the DS version of this game, but I've seen gameplay for the console versions, and judging by the fact that you can customize McQueen, plus the huge variety of characters, makes me feel like this is the most memorable title in the collection. The DS version of this game is pretty solid too, but it's just not the same. Plus, there are two Mater's Tall Tales minigames in both versions of this game. In the console version, it's Tokyo Mater and El Matador. And in the DS version, it's Tokyo Mater and Mater the Greater. This game just seems like so much fun to play, and if I ever get the chance to, I'll play the console version of this game. So, 10 out of 10 for this game. And that concludes my rankings of all of the main Cars video games. I hope you liked my rankings. Smash that like button if you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to subscribe for more content. SonicFan91, out.